Millions of people are making a killing selling on merch by Amazon. But for some reason, you are not. I'm going to show you why you should be selling on merch by Amazon and how to get started. Why are you not selling on merch by Amazon? So what is merch by Amazon? Basically, what it is you choose a product type, choose a color, and then you add really good keywords to your listing and drive traffic to your design. Or you create a design for your product. Amazon gives you the ability to choose different types of colors, and then you add really awesome keywords into the description. And then when the customer on Amazon goes over, purchases the product, when that product is purchased, Amazon prints and ships it to the customer for you. And you don't deal with none of that stuff. You don't deal with the returns. You do get dinged for the royalty. At one point, when back in the day, we never got dinged for the return. But now they're deducting the royalty if the customer returns the product. You have to do the research, keyword listing, making unique and original design that sells. After all that, you collect the royalty when that product sells. Okay. And it sounds easy, but what I said right there is the research, keywords, and creating the design is one of the most important. It is the most important part when it comes to creating products, on Merch by Amazon and when they go live on Amazon, selling on Amazon just in general. How to get started, go to merch.amazon.com, sign in. When it comes to any of this, one of the most important steps right here is make sure you fill out everything. Okay, do not leave nothing blank at all. Okay, this is so important. They want to see that you have a portfolio of designs. From my understanding and testing over the years, there's that little website optional. Okay, it says website, it says optional. If you see it, it's like right here. You want to make sure you fill everything here. Okay, but they want to see that you have a portfolio and you're taking this seriously. Okay, they don't want to see that you're coming onto the platform to copy other people's designs, rip them and put them up. They don't want that. They want you to be original, unique, and different from everyone else. Okay, that's so important. So make sure when you're filling out this information, make sure that you do not leave nothing blank. Okay, says it right here, do not leave blank spaces. Okay, so make sure that you're not doing that. How does it work when you log in? Okay, you're going to get this. This is what your login looks like when you log in. In the beginning, after getting access to your account, you'll have the option to upload 10 designs. Once you have made 10 sales, you'll get tiered up. In that way, you'll have the right to upload more designs per day and increase the total number of sales on Amazon, hopefully, right? So Merch by Amazon levels. I'm personally at tier 200K. I made this to kind of give you an idea. So it goes tier 1, 100, 25, 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. Then it goes 10,000, 12,000. And then they've been mixing it up here and there. Okay, like I said, myself, I'm at personally 200K tier. There's a 100K tier, and then I got bumped up to 200K tier. I believe there is a 300K tier. I get a lot of questions is how do you make your first sales to get out of the lower tiers? Okay, this is one of the most important things. When you get your account, you want to get out of the damn lower tiers because you do not want to be hanging out on tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You want to get up where you have more wiggle room to put more designs and test the platform to see how it works. Okay, you do not want to be down there just dreading it and then hoping you get sales. If you have to buy your way out of it, do it. Or, if you have any friends or anything like that, reach out to them and have them, make a purchase of one of your shirts. Okay, don't be afraid to ask. Create a design for them. Hey, I got this cool design. I'm going to create it for you. Or I have this cool design. Do you want to purchase it? Or ask them, hey, I can create a cool design for you. I'm starting to sell on Amazon. I'm starting to sell t-shirts on Amazon, and I want to know if you want a design. I can create it for you. You just have to make the purchase. Okay. Don't tell them to leave a review. Okay, that's one of the things too as well. You don't want to be getting caught up in any of that stuff. You don't want no one close to you leaving any type of reviews, nothing like that. Okay, how to upload your designs. The process to upload a design is relatively easy. Okay, after upload your design, you have the option to choose what type of product you want to sell. You can see on the mockup how your design looks on each product prior to publishing. On my personal account, the standard t-shirt right here. Okay, when this program was available, I was approved like 6 months after. So I applied 3 months after it started, and then I got approved like in June, April area around that time. But like 92% of my product sold is the standard t-shirt. Everyone's account's different, of course, but me personally, that's like the number one product that I sell, and it sells every single day, right? That product. What I like to do is when I have a top seller, I will start to put them on other products. But recently I started uploading to all products and getting my designs on all products. And I'm seeing, sales from just random products like, V-necks, pop sockets, tote bags, stuff like that. It's all up to you. It's really cool that you have this opportunity to design for all these different products. So it's all about a test at the end of the day. One of the things too, they have like the resources on the back end. When you sign in and go to the resources, it will tell you all this information about how they want the design. You can see when you're uploading it, it kind of gives you the art should be, the PNG format, and it gives you all this information here. I would definitely recommend you go back there and see the best practices, stuff like that, and what they're recommending. Okay, all art files must meet the specifications for a successful upload into Merch by Amazon platform. 300 dpi, sRGB, transparent background. The file size does not exceed 25 megabytes. Do the process on your own so you get an understanding of how it all works, right? You're going to do it a few times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times until you get the idea of how it works. How much money can be made with Merch by Amazon? After you create a t-shirt design and upload to Amazon, you can earn a percentage of each t-shirt sell. Every single sell is going to be different. If this fluctuates, okay, depending on what they charge you, right? Your royalty is based on your product purchase price less than any acceptable tax, and unless Amazon's costs. Amazon's costs include materials, production, fulfillment, customer service returns, exchange, resources required to detect and prevent fraud. So if your shirt is priced at $15.99, your royalty will be $2.36. If you price it at $17.99, your royalty will be $3.87. So this fluctuates, guys. Okay. After watching this video, let's say you're watching it from a year from now, this may change. Okay, so $15.99 and your royalty is $2.36. It may be $2, depending on the cost and all that stuff and everything that they're doing for us. We're not taking care of none of that, so we're just collecting the royalty. And if you don't like that model, then you're gonna have to go somewhere else and do your own thing, because that's just the way it is. But it's really awesome to get this amount of traffic to your product and make a lot of sales. Some shirts have maybe $100, $200, $300 in a day. Okay, and just that one shirt design, because it just crushes. Okay, I have a few shirts on my personal account that have made over $20,000, and that's amazing, right? So you can see the power in this. It helped me, be a full-time, print on demand seller and stuff like that, just to help other people too. So this is why, this is one of the reasons why I create content. Remember this, I do the same thing as you guys. Okay, but I test a lot, and I like to share with people. Because, at one point where I didn't know nothing at one point, I still help people to this day to understand the whole process and the understanding of, finding top selling, products or top selling designs and researching and understanding what's going on. It's one of the most important things. Okay. So researching keywords, researching a niche, okay, coming up with a design idea, outsourcing, because there's a lot of moving parts. You've seen that everything that we're going over, there's a lot of moving parts. So if you're good at something, I recommend you stay good at it. And then, figure out a way to, outsource and get help to help you, achieve what you want to do with this business. Merch by Amazon made it possible for many people to earn a passive income by selling t-shirts. You can be one of them, but you'll need to put in significant work to get there. This is going to take a lot of work. It's not like, oh yeah, I could do this and I could do that and get a sell and do this. It takes a lot of work. It's not easy, but I recommend you take it step by step and understand the whole process. And then once you understand the whole process, then you can start, as far as doubling down and trying to, scale it. I recommend then you can do that type of stuff. But understanding everything that you're doing, putting up 10 designs, putting up 25, putting up 30 designs, that is one of the most important parts to this, and understand what your customers want in your niches. Avoid these mistakes. Do not copy designs. When it comes to this right here, do the research, check what the competition is doing, use their designs for inspiration to create something unique and original. Okay, to get an idea of what's selling. And that's the main point of looking at certain types of designs to create something of your own. This is why I create a lot of custom illustrations, because me personally, when you have more, things that you can do inside of a niche, and like creating custom illustrations or just being like one of the first text-based designs in a niche, okay, that kind of, it's sometimes it's hard to go into a niche and you're like, oh, if I'm the first text-based design with the saying, I can, obviously you can be the top seller. Yes, you can do that. But then what happens if you can have custom illustrations? And I've done this at the very beginning. This right here, it creates me more wiggle room to be creative in the niche, right? And create something original and unique and different from everyone else. And if you do that, okay, and it does take a little bit more work, a little bit more brain power, you will make more money. That's just the way it is. Next, do not post outdated designs. Always check for like what's trending and what's going on at this time and point. You know that the retro and the rainbow and stuff like that, that's some of the top selling stuff right now that's going on. Anything with cultures, stuff like that, they're crushing it right now. Okay, graduation, certain times of the year, trending designs, Christmas. Just try to stay up on the trends as long as possible. You know, they last, sometimes they last like 5 years, right? A trend lasts for like 5 years, 3 years, 4 years. Some of them even last for like 3 months, then it's gone. Okay, I've seen it happen here and there, and that's all. Now the next thing you know, it's just gone. Do not make low quality designs. The quality of the design is the most important thing. Understand the design. Okay, you want that design to be nice and big on the product so it can stand out on the thumbnail. So important, especially with the print. When it gets printed on the shirt, you don't want it to be like a real low quality because it'll look ugly on the t-shirt or whatever product that's being printed on. Okay, it can mess it up, and next thing you know, you get a lot of returns for that product, and then you get bad reviews, and it's not good, right? What are the right strategies to be successful on merch by Amazon? Is important you have a strategy to follow, a system in place. Okay, that's with anything that I do personally, and I recommend you do this with everything that you do personally too. Anything that you follow and you understand, you're learning about it. Learn everything. You know, it may take a month for you to learn everything. That's okay. But always try to break it down in step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. You do it that way. It's going to be easier and you're going to make money. Okay. Because the reason being is just like, you just follow the steps and it takes all the thought process of what do you have to do next away. If you just follow the steps, boom, you're done. Follow the next step, boom, you're done. Boom, you're done. Boom, boom, boom. Now put that in process at scale. Then you can hire a person to do that, hire a person to do that, hire a person to hire. You know what I mean? It's like you're running a business. So treat it that way. Do niche research. What I recommend, okay, I enjoy using Merch Informer. I enjoy using Helium 10. You can use the Amazon search bar too. That's free. But as your business starts to grow, use Merch Informer. Merch Informer, I'm going to have my affiliate link down below in the description. I'm going to have my Helium 10 link down below in the description. Use these tools to your advantage. They help you with research. They help you with ideas. And especially with Merch Informer, there's a ton of stuff that can be back there that can be done. Okay, from designing, researching different niches in different ways, right? It's freaking powerful how you can use that. And then there's like listing tools that you can use back there too as well. Now, when it comes to keyword research, right? Merch Informer does that too. Helium 10 is a powerhouse when it comes to that. There's a tool called Celebro. Like I said, if you check it out down below in the description, that can help you with understanding what customers are searching for in the niches. Okay, this right here is amazing. Okay, that can help you come up with new niche ideas and all kinds of sorts of stuff, right? I know people that make over $10,000 a month and they just use the Merch Informer designer back there. Okay, they're not using Canva, they're not using Photoshop, they're not using Illustrator, they're not using GIMP, they're using strictly Merch Informer to create designs, and they're making over $10,000 a month just by doing that. But it takes work. Okay? It's not just like, oh yeah, I can just use the Merch Informer. Yes, you can, but it takes work. Understand that it takes work and research and all that stuff. Okay? Anything's possible with this business if it's done correctly. And I just want you to know that. Next is make different designs. So think a little bit differently when it comes to any of this stuff. You were trying to figure out what you can create to be different from everyone else. If you go in there and create the same design that everyone else is creating, so there's 100 of that design, you're going to be 100 of one. So what's going to be different from the first 3 or 4 pages that everyone's seeing to yours, right? So you need to be creative when it comes to this. Like I said, text-based, we know text-based with graphic, text-based just with just text-based design, custom illustrations, all that stuff works, okay? Cross-niching, okay? Taking, just like Christmas and monkeys and putting them together, and then you have a monkey wearing a hat, okay? Simple stuff like that's cute, right? If you think of stuff like that, okay, you can literally, by you doing that, you're just standing out and creating less competition for yourself. And then if you want to go to a next level, you have to be just a little bit more detailed with it, making sure that, it looks good on that product. Thinking about who you're targeting with that product, right? Because you switch up a different color of the design, and next thing you know, you're targeting a woman or a girl, or if you switch it to another color, you're targeting a man or a boy. So just think of ideas like that. Okay. Do not go out there and copy. You see a lot of people on the platform that are copying. You'll see people doing that. Okay. And that's just normal, but it sucks because that's just the way it is. And that's the way the people try to play the game. But they're going to get their account banned and stuff like that. So don't do that. Just figure out ways you can create designs and niches, and just try to stand out. Okay. So even if you just pick 3 niches, think about it this way: pick 3 niches and create 10 designs that no one has. Okay. Create 10 unique designs in those 3 niches. That's 30 designs. Okay. And rinse and repeat that. Okay. And that may take you a month, may take you 2 months, but the goal is to build up the portfolio to where you have consistent sales in those niches every single month. One niche can make you $10,000 a year. One niche can make you $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. It doesn't matter. You just think about the process, understand it, and just try to make it work for you. All right, guys. And with that being said, I thank you very much for watching my content. And if you got any value out of this, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Any questions, please comment down below. And if you want to know more niche research, check out this video right here. And I go into detail about, niche ideas and trying to help you understand what's going on in the niches so you can create an awesome design and make more money.